Grateful to my honourable friend, and he alludes to the devolution of policing and justice, something which my party brought forward, completing the jigsaw in terms of the devolution of powers to the Northern Ireland Assembly, putting the Northern Ireland Assembly on a stable basis moving forward. But he's quite right to point to the need to ensure that having the devolution of powers must be matched by having the necessary resources to ensure that in this most crucial area of policing, which has bedevilled the history of Northern Ireland for decades, that we have in the resources the means and the ability to move forward so that both sides of our community can continue. And I welcome the fact that after many decades, nationalists and Republicans in Northern Ireland now support the forces of law and order, now support the rule of law, now support the British courts and the justice system in Northern Ireland. We welcome that. We welcome that progress. There should never have been violence. There was never any excuse for violence in the past. But this development in recent times is extremely welcome. But as my honourable friend points out, it needs to be properly resourced. Mr. Speaker, I conclude on a final point, and it is to do with the issue which a number of speakers have already raised, which is to do with the 55% proposal in terms of dissolving the Parliament. I agree with the proposal and welcome the proposal for a fixed-term Parliament. I think it's overdue. I think it is the right decision. I have to say, listening to some people speak from the Labour benches and on behalf of the Labour Party, this was not something during the past 13 years that seemed to get anywhere under Labour, but I do welcome the fact that it has now been brought forward. However, I share the reservations of those who have spoken about the 55% threshold. I think that is dangerous. I think it undermines parliamentary democracy, and I would urge the Government, in moving forward with its proposals for a fixed-term Parliament, to withdraw before it tarnishes its reputation within a matter of days, having got underway, that it should reconsider this ill-conceived suggestion of a 55% threshold. I know they will say, well, we have similar provisions in Scotland. We have similar provisions in the Northern Ireland Assembly. Those are, of course, devolved assemblies, the creation of statute. This is the sovereign parliament of the United Kingdom, and therefore there should be no question of introducing an undemocratic threshold which is against every tradition of democracy, indeed every value of democracy, and we should maintain the current position as far as that is concerned. Mr. Speaker, we wish the Government well as it undertakes its onerous work at the start of this new Parliament. On balance, my party will be voting against this Queen's Speech because where these proposals get it wrong outweigh where it is getting it right. But as regards our future attitude, Mr. Speaker, my party will watch closely the manner in which government proposals are developed, the way in which they are brought forward, and what they contain, and we will judge each one of them on its merits.